In this video, we're going to be just taking a quick look at making an edit to a design that was sent to us. Of course, this is a new EasyStone user, and she's doing this lettering here, and the volleyball design. And what happened is the circles are now no longer perfectly circular. And how to fix that? Well, it's really easy to fix. We'll start here with this text up here. All we're going to do is just select that text. We're gonna set our stone size that we want the circles to be, and then we come over here to the stone tab and just hit resize replace, and that will go ahead and adjust all those circles for us. Now you can see making that adjustment, the circles are a little bit tight. And that happens, and that's not anything to be hugely concerned about. What we're going to do is select all of that text again, and we're just going to hold down the shift key. And when you hold down the shift key in Corel Draw, it scales proportionally, both the right and left hand side. So we're just going to make it a little bit bigger, and then we're just going to hit resize replace again. And what we're looking for is the spacing between those stones to be a bit more accurate. Now, what you're seeing here, what I'm seeing here is I'm seeing these stones very close together, going horizontally, but these stones here, vertically, are spaced quite a bit apart. The other thing that I'm seeing that I personally don't like, and I didn't create the design, so I don't know the intent, is originally, like the spacing here for the S, you see how there's like a big gap here, and there's a big gap here, and to me that doesn't look very good. And what I suspect happened, let me just back up a couple of steps, but what I suspect actually happened is originally when the text was placed, it was stretched non-proportionally. Let me show you what I'm talking about here. So we'll go back to where we were. So we're just going to back up a couple of steps here. Alright, so this is back to where we originally were. And see how you can see the circles are stretched, and they're stretched in that vertical orientation. So what we might do is, if we take this whole design, and let's just come in here, and what we're going to do is stretch it back down so these circles look more like circles. And see how as we're stretching it down, see how they look a little bit more like circles. Now they look a little bit more like circles. You can see now they look a little bit more like circles. So you kind of stretch it till they look more like circles, and you can see already it just the text looks a bit more uniform. Now, because these are already circles, you can see that they appear to be actually 2.6 or thereabouts. So those are SS6 stones. So what we could do here is we could select a stone, come over here to the Specialty tab and choose Scale Design, or right-click rather on Scale Design. Tells us how big that circle is, and then what we could do is tell it how big we want the circle to be. So we could choose 2.6 here, and we choose Scale Design, and now that will scale the whole design proportionately to be 2.6 circles. So if I go back over here to the stone tab and hit resize replace, it's just going to reset all those stones, and now all those stones are exactly as we select them. You can see they're exactly 2.6. And if we go back to like the problem area, you can see here with the letter E, remember going horizontally the stones were very, very close together, but vertically the stones were quite a bit apart. And that is because, like I said, I suspect what happened is the text was brought in at the normal proportion and say, well, you know what, I want my text to be taller. And while you can do that, it does actually create another issue. If we select this whole design, let's see how wide this is. This is 8 inches wide. So let's just let's go ahead and select this, and again right-click on Scale Design, and let's change those stones just to 3.4, just to see what we get. And when we do that, you can see the design is 10.5 inches, a little over 10.5 inches, and maybe that's a bit too big for the design that we want. So Those are all different things that you have to consider when you're creating a design, what you want and what you don't want. But all right, so now the next thing to do is kind of fix our volleyball here. And we're going to do the same thing. You can see the volleyball is kind of this oblong shape here. So we're just going to come in here and scale this back down till this looks more like circles. And when we do that, that looks pretty good. And when we do that, you'll probably see that the whole volleyball looks more like a volleyball. You can see it's basically more or less circular. So you can make those adjustments here. Get the ball looking like it's like a circle. In fact, if we want to, for reference, we could actually just draw out a circle. If we hold down the control key, that'll constrain to a perfect circle, and then we can see how far off we are on our volleyball. And yeah, that's not too bad. What we'll do here is we'll come in here and we'll select the whole lot here, and I'm just going to shift select my circle because I don't want my circle. And then what I can do here is just pull this in so that circle hits right in the middle of my outline there, and just kind of do that all the way around. Get it as close as you can. The top looks good. This side here, there we go. So that's pretty uniform now, and now you know that our volleyball is back to a circle again. And then what we'll do here is we'll just go ahead and let's select a circle. Okay, these are roughly 2.6 millimeters again, so this is a SS6 stone. Now this right here, these are SS6 stones as well. Okay, so the whole design is done in SS6 stones. So what we're going to do here is, again, we'll just select all of these circles, change back over to 2.6, and make those exactly 2.6 using resize replace. It'll reset all those circles. So now we know that all of our circles are perfect circles, and we should be able to cut this out just fine, just perfectly. And we have a nice looking design now. So sometimes we'll make those little mistakes because we're new to design, but it's pretty easy to fix those mistakes if you know what you're doing. Now, if I was going to be really nitpicky, see this little squiggly line right here? Let's go fix that up. I cannot let those things just slide. So what we're going to do is just draw a little path, right? And then we're going to come over here to the editing tab and just hit respace. And see there? That's nice. That's nice. See here, a little squiggly there? Let's go ahead and fix that too. Most people wouldn't do this, but I can't handle it. There we go. So that looks good. Sit back and take a look at the rest of it. Yeah, the rest of it don't look too bad. But now we've created a couple of paths in the process of doing that, so we need to dispose of those. And the easiest way to do that is just select the whole kit and caboodle there, go to the stone tab, hit delete stone paths, and those paths on those two lines that we straightened up have been deleted. So that's it. So I hope you enjoyed, learned a little something about making those necessary edits sometimes when we make those little goofs, and thanks for watching.